Yo, what's up, guys? This is gonna be my first kind of unfiltered, one take, just yapping session. Obviously, I've been trying to make more structured content, thought out, almost educational type of videos before. Well, prior to the vendor POVs. I think it's time for me to start throwing my 2 cents out there regarding different news and topics. Today's subject is going to be the annual report that the Pokemon Company released. If you don't know much about that report, the big thing to take away from it is the amount of cards that were printed throughout the year. You may have heard people mentioning like 12 billion cards were printed. That's true, and they got that data from the 2023 report. So in 2024, with all the hype that's been going on, comparing it to the 12 billion from 2023, they have printed 10.2 billion. And I know that's a crazy high number, even compared to 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It's an insane increase. But when you compare it to 2023, how are we taking a step back? I'm going to call it 15-20%, whatever it is. We should not be taking a 20% cut during this market. If anything, we should be having a 20% increase. So how the hell is this happening? I know there's been some controversy over the word or term short printing. Pokieni, Kyra, and a couple others were getting heated about that. But is this short printing? When they know how much of a market there is, and they're printing 20% less than last year? And don't forget their little copy pasta press releases about the printers going full blast for reprints. Like, is that just a lie? Probably not. It takes time, I guess, but come on, what is happening here? Are they creating an artificial scarcity? It would benefit them, and I don't care how nice and great the Pokemon Company is. Any company would love to have customers waiting 12 hours overnight just to be able to pay them for their product. Maybe the company just doesn't want to risk losing that craving, but they should at least meet the standard from last year, you would think. I don't know how we would go backwards from there. It just doesn't really make sense when you think about it. Distros are allegedly getting cut back on their allocations. Pokemon vending machines get bought out so fast that they had to put timers on them. And people even commit crimes now to bypass it. We got people waiting outside of stores for 24 hours just to buy a MSRP. And online stores are going out of stock instantly. Even the Pokemon Center, their own website, just gets demolished by whatever's happening over there, bots. And then there's the Pokemon Company just twiddling their thumbs with a grin on their face and printing less than last year. It's weird, and it feels kind of disrespectful to their customer. I can at least appreciate the transparency of releasing the numbers on the report. At least we're over 10 billion, right? The double digits of billions. But I don't know, I just expected them to do better compared to the communication they were giving us for the press releases. Overall, I think the Pokemon Company did kind of a strategic move. I'm a bit hurt as a collector, as a fan, but I wouldn't disagree with this move. Let me know how you think this will affect the holding of sealed products from this time frame. Those products have already gone up a bunch in a way faster time period than we even expected. Like usually, I don't know, it's about 3 years to double in the money, but we've seen that increase in just 1 year on some of these. So now that we know they've underprinted compared to last year, is that going to change anything for you guys? Are you going to invest in any more product? Thanks for listening to my rambling video. I don't know, it came out alright, I guess, but I don't know if I'll make more. It's certainly easier on the editing, which saves me a lot of time. But I do want to have higher production videos than creators who spend 14 minutes just repeating the same thing over and over so they can put more ads in their video. I mean, I'm not even at that point anyway, so I wouldn't do it. I'm also conflicted about the type of content I want to make. Business content doesn't really have a large audience, and I don't have the background to speak with authority on it either, since I don't have any experience. I'm just along for the ride. And then on the other hand, there are people like Bulbasaur, who only make vendor POVs and don't give their opinions on the side like I'm doing now. And he gets great success with just that. I don't know, but thanks for staying even longer. Hope you guys have a good day, and let me know what you think about all this.